So the Melbourne Assessment Prison, or otherwise known as MAP, is the first point of contact for all alleged offenders coming into the correction system in Victoria.
You will work with all types of alleged offenders across the full gamut of crime. So you have to be a kind of person who can be professional around anyone, treat them respectfully and compassionately, no matter what they've done, because you will never know their full story.
MAP is a very fast-paced prison. We typically have 25 prisoners arriving each day, so you're always on your toes, there's always something to do.
MAP is one of the 2 specialist mental health prisons in the state. For the mentally unwell prisoners, our sentence management unit plays a key role in all their assessments.
If you get a job at MAP, you're likely to work both in courts and at MAP. At courts you do Monday to Friday and it's regular work, and there's a variety of offenders including men and women, and also young offenders come in as well. While at MAP you get offer shift work, it's rotating roster.
As a prison officer you can have different posts. So some days you may work in reception where the new prisoners are incoming, distributing meals, escorting prisoners to medical appointments, working in a unit, doing observations on someone who may be feeling vulnerable, and responding to incidents that may occur.
We're dealing with prisoners that are withdrawing from drugs, so we get a lot of unpredictable behaviour.
We have a few fellas that can be sometimes escalated, and it requires us as officers to be cool, calm and collected, just so we can de-escalate them and work with them in a better way. And you've got to be relaxed and not be too stressed in this job.
I've only recently become a prison officer, and initially, there was that feeling of maybe feeling intimidated. We're dealing with, in most cases, everyday people who've maybe made different decisions, and it hasn't been as hard as I thought it might be.
I'm a real people person, and I really believe that you need to have that in this job. You're working intensely with other people, and consistently you need your communication skills to be exceptional.
In this job, the teamwork is essential. To be able to do our role, we all have to work together, and we stick together as a team all the time.
Empathy is super important, and compassion too. Simply being here is tough and testing time for a lot of prisoners, and there's a lot going on in their lives. You're here to maintain the security of the facility and protect the public. And often the best way of doing it is to develop a positive relationship with the offenders.
I think good prison officers come from all different walks of life and all different professional backgrounds, and it really comes down to life experience, good communication skills and a desire to make a difference.
If we're going to help reduce crime in our state, then we have to do a good job of showing the prisoners can reform and stay connected with their families and community. Going to prison once does not mean you're destined for a life of crime. So it's really important that we are positive role models for these men.
I've decided to take on this role as a prison officer with Corrections Victoria because it really suited my family life, the hours, the roster system, the type of shift work.
Being a prison officer has given me the chance to just work with human beings and contribute, even if it's 1%, to changing somebody else's life and making the community a better place.
There's good job security and rewards for well-performing staff. There's a lot of directions that you could go into. There are higher duties, there's secondment opportunities and promotions as well, and the pay is good too.
Obviously, MAP and courts are in a perfect position in the city, right near Southern Cross and Flagstaff Station.
I park my car at the station, I can get the train in, straight into work, and it's easy to get home as well. I don't have to worry about traffic.
There's no average day on this job, and that's the reason why I like it, because you get the opportunity every day to always be doing something different. It's never ever boring or monotonous. It's an exciting job, and that's why I love it.
Authorised by the Department of Justice and Regulation, 121 Exhibition Street, Melbourne.